Hi and welcome to Garden Update Episode 8. Today is Thursday, July 19th. We're starting to get away from our dry spell that we've been experiencing for the past month or so. We've had ample rain here in the past few days. Something new in the back there, I have a snow fence compost pile that I've started. I like the design of it. The cucumbers are still back there. They're doing okay, although they're lacking nutrients, I think. And we've pickled a few of the cucumbers since last time. I tore out my row of onions despite my fears that they weren't going to produce anything. I had some really good looking yellow onions about 3 inches in diameter that came out of that. The second planting of green beans are already starting to form green beans, and I would think that in about a week I'll be taking the first picking off of those. The sweet corn I've harvested and cut down the stalks of the first planting, and we're eating off of the second planting right now. The ears were a bit smaller than we're used to, but they were very tasty. Might get another picking off of the second crop of green beans and the first crop. There are still some blooms coming on there. So far with the tomatoes, we've had plenty of eating tomatoes for sandwiches and sharing with neighbors. You can see that there are quite a few red tomatoes out there yet. Just yesterday, I harvested about 5 gallons of tomatoes and processed those into paste and juice. The melon patch, I counted about 25 melons that are on their way. We have one back there that's very close to being ripe. Sunflowers since last time continue to grow, and we have the formation of heads on there as well. Lots of green peppers, and I have my first orange habaneros coming on. I'll wait just a little longer to harvest those. There you can see an orange habanero down low. I've already canned quite a few jalapeno peppers in jelly jars, sliced them, and I have a lot of green peppers coming on. Probably have to look into freezing those. Yellow squash continues to produce, and we've shared quite a few yellow squash with friends and family. I thought I'd show you a little bit of the tomato processing that I did. Here we have the tomatoes before they've been cut up. Had about 7 gallons of the raw tomatoes, and then when I cored them and cut them up, that constituted about 5 gallons of cut up tomatoes to run through the juicer. The juicer is very easy to use. It turns very easily by hand. I stuff the quartered tomatoes in the top. Pulp and seeds and skin come out the side, and juice and pulp come out the screen. Once we've collected that, I put them in pans on the stove and bring them up to near boiling. And what that does is it causes the heavier, thicker part of the tomato to rise to the top of the pots, and I can scrape that off to be used as tomato sauce for spaghetti and other recipes. And then what's left over is the thinner, very rich tomato juice that I put into quart-sized jars. So all in all, I think I got about 9 quarts of juice and about 6 pints of tomato sauce. And it looks like in about 3 or 4 days I'll be starting that process over. So we're late into the season and the weeds are starting to take over, and I'm beginning to lose the battle on those, but it won't be long before we'll be tearing down all of the stuff out of the garden and starting over next year. So until next time, good gardening.